This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Psalm 118:24. As morning light filters through the darkness, as consciousness stirs from slumber, we stand at the threshold of a new day, a sacred gift, unwrapped before us. Each sunrise serves as heaven's gentle reminder that mercy remains unfailing. Grace continues, unending, and opportunity awaits anew. In these first quiet moments of awareness, let us breathe deeply together, allowing our bodies to awaken slowly, our minds to focus gently, and our spirits to open reverently to the divine presence that has kept watch through the night. I will both lie down in peace and sleep, for you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety. Psalm 4:8. While I slept defenseless through the watches of the night, you stood guard over my rest. While my conscious mind surrendered to slumber, your watchful eye never dimmed. While darkness enveloped the world around me, your light continued to shine. I thank you for the gift of protective sleep. I thank you for the renewal that came in darkness. I thank you for bringing me safely to this new dawn. How often do we take for granted this daily resurrection from sleep? How seldom do we pause to marvel at the miracle of awakening? Yet in this moment, I recognize the profound gift of another day, another opportunity to witness your goodness, to experience your presence, to participate in your purposes. He shall cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you shall take refuge. Psalm 91:4. As I face this new day with all its unknown elements, I seek shelter in your encompassing care. Cover me with your protective presence as I step into the hours ahead. Shield my vulnerable heart from anxious thoughts that would steal my peace before the day begins. Wrap me in the assurance that you go before me into every circumstance I will encounter. Can you sense it now, those mighty wings of protection extending over your life? Can you feel the strength of that covering, the tender security of that divine embrace as you prepare to meet this day? When the path ahead seems uncertain and your concerns grow heavy, remember, you walk beneath those sheltering wings. You move within that circle of sacred protection. You journey within the boundary of divine care. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. Psalm 23:2-3. Before the day's activities begin their rushing current, before demands and obligations create choppy waters, before the noise of living drowns out the voice of calling, I pause beside these still waters of your presence. I trust that you have ordered my steps for this day. I trust that you are working for my good, even when the path seems unclear. I trust that you hold the hours ahead, though they remain unknown to me. I trust that your presence goes with me into every conversation, every decision, every encounter. Beside these still waters, my soul finds its true compass. Beside these still waters, my spirit remembers its purpose. Beside these still waters, my heart recalibrates to your perfect peace. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run to it and are safe. Proverbs 18:10. Before I step into the potential challenges of this day, before I engage with its demands and difficulties, I anchor myself in the unshakable foundation of your character. Divine fortress, be my strong tower today. Be the walls that surround me when I feel exposed to criticism or judgment. Be the foundation beneath me when circumstances feel unstable. Be the sheltering roof when pressures rain down upon me. Within these sacred walls, I find more than temporary protection. I discover the soul-deep security of being fully known and fully loved. Within these sacred walls, I gather strength for whatever awaits me, wisdom for decisions yet unmade, and courage for challenges not yet faced. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. Psalm 23:1-2. Divine Provider, lead me today to fields of abundance. Open my eyes to recognize the nourishment you've already prepared. Help me to receive the provision you've already established. Remind me that in you, there is always enough. In these green pastures, anxiety about scarcity dissolves. In these green pastures, fear of inadequacy fades. In these green pastures, competition for resources ceases. Can you envision these verdant fields of divine provision stretching before you? Can you release the grip of scarcity, thinking that so often colors our approach to the day? Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. Philippians chapter 4, 6-7. As I look toward the day ahead, anxious thoughts may arise. What if I face circumstances beyond my strength? What if my resources prove insufficient? What if my efforts end in failure? But in this sacred morning moment, I cast these anxious thoughts upon you, knowing you care for me. I release my tight grip on outcomes and open my hands in surrender to your purposes. Peace that transcends understanding. Anchor my heart today. Peace that defies explanation. Guard my mind through every challenge. Peace that rises above circumstance. Flow through my interactions with others. Where anxiety once claimed territory, let your peace now reign. Where fearful scenarios once played, let confidence now dwell. Where worry once cast shadows, let trust now shine light. I sought the Lord, and he heard me, and delivered me from all my fears. Psalm 34:4. What concerns have you carried into this new day? What worries have awakened with you? What challenges loom on today's horizon? Pause for reflection. Divine Deliverer, I bring you my fears about today's responsibilities. I bring you my concerns about difficult relationships I must navigate. I bring you my anxieties about decisions awaiting my attention. I bring you my worries about situations beyond my control. As I move through the hours ahead, deliver me from these fears that would diminish my effectiveness and dampen my joy. Replace them with the quiet assurance that you work all things together for good, that your strength perfects itself in my weakness, that your wisdom guides when my understanding fails. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving and into his courts with praise. Be thankful to him and bless his name. Psalm 104. Gratitude serves as the doorway through which we enter divine presence, the threshold crossing between common moments and sacred encounter. Let us begin this day by counting the blessings already evident, even before the day unfolds. I thank you for the gift of breath filling my lungs. I thank you for the miracle of consciousness and thought. I thank you for the privilege of purpose and meaning. I thank you for the network of relationships that sustain me, for the beauty that surrounds me, seen and unseen. Thank you. For the strength to rise and face this new day. Thank you. For the opportunities awaiting my participation. Thank you. For your faithful love that never diminishes with time. Thank you. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. Proverbs 3:5-6. Divine guide as I prepare to step into this day's journey. Illuminate the path before me when choices seem unclear. Whisper direction when noise threatens to drown your voice. Redirect my steps when I begin to wander from your purposes. Confirm your leading through peaceful assurance in my spirit. I acknowledge now my limited perspective and wisdom. I recognize my tendency to rush ahead of your timing. I confess my habit of seeking my own way rather than yours. I surrender my schedule, my plans, and my preferences to your better design. How might this day unfold differently if we truly believed in divine guidance for every decision, every conversation, every task? How might our steps align more closely with eternal purposes rather than temporary pressures? Strength and honor are her clothing. She shall rejoice in time to come. Proverbs 31:25. Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Ephesians 6:11. Before I dress my physical body for the day's activities, I ask that you clothe my spirit appropriately for whatever I will face. Clothe me with compassion for those whose paths I cross. Clothe me with wisdom for decisions awaiting my attention. Clothe me with patience for challenging people and circumstances. Clothe me with courage for difficult conversations and situations. Clothe me with joy that transcends circumstance. Let me wear your character as my most noticeable attire today. Let my interactions reflect your heart more than my personal agenda. Let my responses demonstrate your nature more than my natural inclinations. You, O Lord, are a shield for me, my glory and the one who lifts up my head. Psalm 3:3. In a world often characterized by conflict and opposition, we need divine protection that extends beyond physical safety into emotional, mental, and spiritual dimensions. Be my shield today against words that would wound my spirit. Be my defender against forces that would derail my purpose. Be my protector against influences that would corrupt my character. Be my guardian against thoughts that would diminish my effectiveness. When criticism comes, lift up my head with the reminder of how you see me. When opposition arises, strengthen my resolve with the knowledge of your approval. When discouragement threatens, renew my perspective with eternal vision. Whoever believes in me, as Scripture has said, rivers of living water will flow from within them. John 7:38. Divine wellspring, flow through me today. Let your living water refresh those I encounter. Let your spirit overflow from my life into others. Let your love stream through my words and actions. Make me a channel, not merely a reservoir. Make me a conduit, not simply a container. Make me a river, not just a receptacle. Can you envision yourself as more than just a recipient of divine blessing, but as a conduit through which that blessing flows to others? Can you imagine each interaction today as an opportunity for that living water to refresh someone else? Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. Psalm 119:1-5. As daylight illuminates the physical world around us, divine purpose illuminates the meaning of our movements through this day. Illuminate the significance of small tasks that might seem insignificant. Reveal the eternal impact of fleeting conversations and momentary decisions. Highlight the sacred potential hidden within ordinary moments. Show me where my gifts and talents might meet the world's deep needs today. I will look for your fingerprints in unexpected places. I will listen for your whisper in unusual voices. I will watch for your movement in ordinary circumstances. I will remain alert to your invitation in interruptions and detours. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Numbers 6:24-26. As you move from this time of morning reflection into the active hours of your day, may divine presence accompany every step of your journey. May sacred purpose infuse every task awaiting your attention. May heavenly wisdom guide every decision requiring your discernment. May supernatural strength sustain you through every challenge you face. And when evening returns and this day concludes, may you look back with the peaceful satisfaction of having walked in grace, having loved authentically, having served faithfully, and having lived gratefully. Go now with a heart full of gratitude, eyes open to beauty, hands ready for service, and spirit attuned to grace. Go as one blessed to be a blessing. From the rising of the sun to its going down, the Lord's name is to be praised. Psalm 113:3.